All right, so today we're jumping into something really interesting. Those hidden forces, the unspoken ways work actually gets done in a company.
Yeah, the stuff that's not always written down.
Exactly. And we're looking at this partly through the lens of concepts in the book Project Management for Project Managers
Mm.
by Orlando Casabon, specifically this idea of organizational process assets, or OPAs.
Right. And OPAs, well, they're not just the formal policies and procedures, are they?
Not at all. It's also about the culture, the ingrained habits, even the little rituals teams have. Like, think about that example with Martha.
Oh, the flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, Martha always bringing flowers for a new team member. It seems small, but what's really going on there?
Well, that's a perfect example of an informal OPA, isn't it? It's not in an HR manual anywhere.
Definitely not.
It's internal, it's customary for that team. And it says a lot. It signals something about their values, like being welcoming, maybe supportive.
Okay, so let's break that down a bit.
Okay.
How is that different from, say, just general best practices you might learn in an HR course about welcoming people?
Good question. The HR stuff, that's usually more generic, external knowledge, right? Best practices anyone could learn. Martha's Flowers, though, that's grown inside the team. It's their specific tradition.
It's internal knowledge, part of their unique way of doing things.
Precisely. It's cultural.
And how does this contrast with, like, official industry standards for recruitment? Companies have those too.
Ah, okay. Another important distinction. Industry standards are usually about the formal hiring process, fairness, qualifications, compliance, that kind of thing. External benchmarks.
So before they even join the team.
Right. Martha's Flowers are about the environment once they're in. It's internal team dynamics, not external hiring rules.
Got it. So it's definitely internal. What about those bigger picture things, like the company's overall structure or market conditions?
Hmm.
Are those OPAs?
No, that's different territory.
Uh-huh.
Those external factors, the company hierarchy, the economy, regulations, those are what we call enterprise environmental factors, or EEFs.
Right, EFs. We've talked about those before.
Yeah. They're the context the team operates within, but they're largely outside the team's direct control or internal customs. OPAs are the internal tools and culture used by the team. Martha's Flowers, OPA. Company-wide reporting structure, EEF.
Makes sense. But, why should we focus so much on these OPAs, especially the informal ones like the flowers? They can seem kind of fluffy.
Well, that's where they pack a punch, actually. Both the formal and informal ones massively shape team identity and morale.
How so?
Think about it. That simple flower gesture, it can make a newbie feel instantly welcome, part of the group. That sets a positive tone right from day one.
Yeah, that first impression matters.
Totally. And even though it's not written down, this kind of cultural OPA helps streamline onboarding, builds connection, makes people feel valued. It all contributes to how effectively the team works together and ultimately to project success.
So these unwritten rules are actually quite powerful.
Incredibly powerful. Ignoring them can cause real friction. If you try to change how things are done without understanding these informal OPAs, you'll likely hit a wall. It's about recognizing and working with the team's existing culture.
Okay, so wrapping it up, organizational process assets are essentially the internal roadmap and cultural plans, policies, procedures, and those informal customs that really define how work happens.
Yep. Documented or not, they have a huge impact. Martha's Flowers are just a great, simple illustration of a valuable informal OPA doing its job.
It really makes you think about the subtle dynamics in any workplace.
It does. And it kind of leads to a question for you listening. What are some of those unspoken rules or traditions where you work? How do those little things, shape your day-to-day?
Definitely something to ponder.
Yeah.
And if you want to dive deeper into OPAs, EEFs, and other really crucial project management ideas,
Then we absolutely recommend checking out Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon. It covers this stuff thoroughly.
a great resource for understanding these dynamics better.